First thing first, I'm feeling sick. The sun hasn't been out in like a week. It's not being very August right now, and my body immediately went disease. So I am not feeling my best right now, but I'm gonna still try to be as entertaining as possible, even though I'm the illest. Okay, let's just get right into it. No, wait! Wait! Today's mug is Lil Ugly Guy.
Nice.
We got a tea because I'm not feeling good, so I don't want to drink too much coffee. I know, very mature decisions are being made here. Kind of off-brand, okay? Marty doesn't have an intro. I, 25 female, found out 2 years ago that my husband, 34 male, is cheating on me. How do I end it and what to say? I think that is already pretty easy. We don't have to read the rest. Just kidding. That was the delirium. Don't do that. Married for 2.5 years. I'll be short, sorry for grammar mistakes. That's okay. I moved from Spain to Germany to be with my boyfriend, and we got married shortly after. Also, shortly after getting married, I found out about his cheating. Let's say it politely, I wasn't happy about that. But I also didn't plan to move back home after 6 months of marriage. He cheated on you after 6 months of marriage? What? This man really said no to monogamy. He's like, well, if we're married, she's not gonna leave me.
Why are you running?
Rough start. Over these few years, my husband supported me. I learned the language and finished my degree, and I'm doing well now. After divorce, I plan to move to the new city and move on with my life. My husband seemed so nice and was very nice to me the whole time, except cheating. Oops. Humor is a way to cope, I guess. He is handsome and sweet, so he won't be single for a long time. Damn, the way you're talking about it is like... It's so dry. Like, you just don't care. I mean, won't be single for long, he already got someone, am I right? Big yoinkies, sorry. I'm wondering what to tell him. Should I say I knew the whole time? Wait, okay. Let me reread. I feel like I'm missing something. So they were married for 2.5 years, and after 6 months into the marriage, you found out that he cheated on you, but you stayed for the rest of the time. Am I getting that correctly? Because that means that like for literally 2 years, you just kind of like let that go, or did you forgive him? Where's the context? I'm wondering what to tell him. Should I say I knew the whole time? So for 2 years. For 2 years, and you didn't talk to him about it. You just let it go. That's weird. I'm not even sure if he knows that I know, because someone sent me an anonymous message on Facebook a few years ago about it. Then I confirmed it on my own. I was hurt, but after I found out, the only thing I could see in him was my father. And trust me, let's say it politely, I don't like my father. But you still stayed for 2 years with your father. So confused. I just wasn't ready to leave him back then, but I also didn't want tears and drama and I'll never do it again. He worked a lot abroad and now he's back home for good, so it's hard to pretend everything is great between us. I definitely don't want his kids. Ugh. TLDR, my husband cheated and I don't love him anymore. I waited too long to confront him. Yeah, you did. How are you just kind of like doing this for 2 years? Because I get that if he works abroad a lot, so you don't have to see him a lot, hopefully spending all his money. But what, like, why would you? I do understand that it might be really big in your head to like start a life somewhere new that you're not from, and it might be easier to stay with someone you're married to. I do understand that divorce is not something easy, but like staying for 2 years because you're kind of avoiding doing the harder stuff is, I could never do that. That's crazy. Okay, anyway. I wanted to make a short update after a week had passed. Nothing exciting happened, so save your popcorn. After I made the last post, I packed my necessities and took it at my friend's place. My husband came home on Sunday morning, so I finally told him I knew about the cheating. He played dumb for an hour, but I was unfazed. When he realized I packed my bags, he said it was just a short affair, which meant nothing. One-time thing without his better judgment. For years, you've been cheating on her, and you're gonna pretend... Like, at this point, don't lie about it. If she's confronting you, like, she obviously knows she grabbed her stuff and it's like, it meant nothing. Then why did you do it? Why did you do it? He also never came clean. Like, obviously, if he didn't after over 2 years, then, like, he's probably not gonna. Or, like, I mean, that's just late. That is just late. It was like some dark comedy because I didn't even know about the affair he was talking about, so I corrected him, and after some more shouting, I left. He started apologizing for the wrong affair. And then saying it didn't mean anything. Oh my god. That is wild. Is that a German man? Because then I kind of imagine it going like, yes, sweetie, but it didn't mean anything. No, wait, I can do better than this. Mein liebe Pupschi, I'm so sorry, but I forgot that it was a problem, yeah. Okay, my German accent's really bad, let's just let it go. Am I the a-hole for leaving my friend at a concert after she disappeared with a guy? My friend, 90 90 female. Imagine it's about 90-year-olds. Just two grandmas that's like, yeah, I just met a guy at the club. Like took her teeth out, had a good time, whatever. Okay, sorry. Inappropriate. I'm delirious. That was the delirium talking.
Okay.
My friend, 19 female, and I, 18 female, went to a concert together last weekend. I wonder what concert. It was about an hour from where we live, and we agreed beforehand that we were sticking together and leaving together. That makes sense. You're also quite young. Like, it's good to watch out for each other. Halfway through the concert, she started talking to this guy near us. I didn't really care and was doing my own thing, but eventually I realized they were both gone. Without saying anything? Okay. I texted her asking where she was. Nothing. Called her twice. Nothing. After like 20 minutes, she finally texted me saying she was outside with him and to stop worrying about her. You're there together. You're supposed to be together. She didn't say anything or check if it was okay with you. Stop worrying about me. It's like, girl, I am by myself. Like, what? I asked if she was coming back because the concert was almost over. She said, I don't know, probably. I would just go. That is so annoying. That is pissing me off. I don't know. Probably. I'll probably be back. I don't know. Let's be honest. If it's also a teenage guy, it's not gonna take that long. Like, be for real. Sorry. Concert ends. Still no sign of her. I called her again and she declined it. I waited around for almost 45 minutes while everyone was leaving. I texted her one last time saying I was leaving in 10 minutes if she didn't come back. Nothing. I had this one time where I was sharing a hotel room with someone and they like brought someone back to the hotel room with asking me, of course. I was fine with it. I was like, yeah, sure, you do your business. I'll just wait in the lobby. You know, like I'll chill around for a bit. But then at some point I was waiting for 4 hours and it was like 3 a.m. at this point. And they were starting to clean out the lobby of the hotel and just kind of looking at me like, why are you still here? And I kept like calling her and she was just not picking up the phone. And I was like, I don't want to like go to the room and then for them to like still be doing stuff. That's something I don't want to see. I don't want to get scarred, right? So I'm just sitting there. It's like way too early in the morning. And as they're cleaning up, I felt super awkward being there. So I was like, I'm just going to go. And I'm just like knocking on the door like crazy. And I hear it's like, oh, I think that's my friend. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's my friend. But it's a funny story, but it was so stupid. But that was fine because we did communicate beforehand. So I left. Super valid. I feel like you gave her enough warnings, you know, like this shouldn't be a surprise to her. About 30 minutes into my drive home, she started blowing up my phone asking where I was. Interesting. We also know that if she was the ride, like she wouldn't have cared either way. Like just because you were the ride, now all of a sudden she cares. What a bad friend. Sorry. Apparently the guy had left and she came back to where we parked expecting me to still be there. She ended up having to call her mom to come get her. Now she's furious because we specifically agreed we wouldn't leave each other, especially being that far from home. I understand that, yes, you made that point, but like she ditched you. She fully ditched you. You gave her a warning. You texted her. You tried calling her. She was being kind of rude about it. So that's your own fault, babes. Like you warned her. She says I should have never left without physically knowing she had a safe way home. Girl, you did that to yourself. She's not your babysitter. Be for real. I do feel bad that her mom had to drive an hour to get her, and I know girls are supposed to look out for each other in situations like that. But I also gave her multiple chances to come back. Am I the a-hole? No. Like, there was a couple of things you could have done. I really understand that you were frustrated in a moment. The thing is, like, yeah, you kind of got to make sure she's safe. But if you're trying to, like, text her and she's texting stuff like, I don't know, probably, and not, like, replying and, like, hanging up on you and stuff like that, like, you have tried with her. Like, it's not like you're going to go to security and say, like, hey, where's my friend? Like, of course, you want to make sure she's okay, but it's just not your responsibility. She's acting incredibly irresponsible, and this is just the consequences of her actions. Because if she would have said like, hey, I just need like 20 more minutes and then we can go, is that okay with you? Something like that. But she didn't communicate. She disrespected you. She just used you as a ride. Like she let you pretty much go to the concert alone when she met that guy. Like I think it's really rude. Anyway. Edit, after reading your comments, I definitely agree that I could have called security or done more to make sure she was safe before I left. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree a little bit because you tried and this was completely of her own doing. It's not like you just left her like super drunk with some random guy and you were like, I'm gonna go. Like you tried, and it's not your job to like get security involved with this. Like she should have communicated. That is her fault. I'm sorry. That's not, I think you didn't have to do that. That is her own choice, like how she was handling that. And she was being very rude about it. So I do get that in frustration, you're going to be like, yeah, okay, I tried. I was frustrated and upset in the moment because I can see in the future. I guess you could say I'm an empath. I just really get it, you know? I was frustrated and upset in the moment because this shouldn't have been a problem in the first place. We specifically agreed to stay together because she is known to do things like this. And then she did exactly what I was worried she would do. Just because she does it more often doesn't make it okay. Just because you know, it's like, she's just not respecting you. Sorry, she's just being super disrespectful. She cannot be getting mad at you while she's the one being disrespectful. It's so stupid. For everyone saying I could have called her mom, I couldn't. Why would you call her mom? I feel like that's worse. She can do that herself. It's not your problem. She had already been living on her own when I met her 1.5 years ago. I have never met her parents, never spoken to them, and definitely don't have their phone numbers. And also, you don't have to call her mom just because she's with some dude. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but I think it is very rude if you're going to a concert together to even leave you alone in the first place and then just expect you to like wait in a car for an hour. Like, that's just rude. No. I understand that 19 is young, but she is still a 19-year-old adult who has been living on her own for at least 1.5 years. You would think someone in that position would make better decisions, and I honestly never thought I would need her mom's phone number in case she disappeared with a guy and stopped answering me. Also, yes, she is 19, and like, that is not very old, and you should watch out for her. You are 18. You're not the one that should be looking out for her. Like, in this case, you're both adults. She's even older. She should have just done it right. Sorry. I can admit that I should have done more to confirm she was safe before leaving. I could have contacted security, and if I could go back, that's what I would do differently. But I also don't think it's unreasonable that in the moment I expected another adult to be responsible for the decisions she was making. Agreed. You're not the a-hole and you handled it well. The only real tension here is that female safety in these situations is genuinely important, and the instinct to feel responsible for a friend is a good one. But there is a limit. You gave her 45 minutes, multiple warnings, and she declined your call. At some point, you're not protecting her, you're just waiting indefinitely for someone who chose to leave the arrangement. It is not your responsibility to look out for her safety like that. This is a situation she is choosing to be in. She is declining your calls. I would also not assume that she's unsafe. And yes, I think it is really important with my friends. Like, I'll always watch out for them. I'll always make sure everybody is safe. But if someone would do this to me, I would just be like, dude, why are you putting yourself in a situation like this? It's so annoying. Anyway, next. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister she needs to pay for her significant other to attend my wedding? I feel like this is a clickbaity title because if you're... Okay, let's just get into it. I'm gonna need the context for this one. A little bit of context. God, I really get Reddit. I, 27 female, and my fiance, 29 male, are getting married in October and have been engaged since last June. My sister, 29 female at the time, was very happy for me and was planning to attend the wedding with her husband, which we live with. You live with her and her husband? Funsies, I hope. I don't know. Skip forward to last November. She and her husband split up because she had an affair with his best friend. Stand-up woman.
Are you serious?
That's pretty messed up. Is she gonna try to take the best friend to the wedding? Because that would be weird, not gonna lie. Once the affair was out in the open, she left me to pick up and get all the pieces together of her broken life at home while she was whisked away by this new man. So, I wouldn't do that. Hell no. That's the consequence of your own actions, babe. You're 29. Figure it out. Despite never being there, she insisted on still living in the master bedroom, but never paid utilities for 3 months before giving up and just moving out completely. Albeit she left most of her things here that we can't get rid of. So you're a storage space now? Okay. She sounds great. Wonderful. Yeah. Maybe she should also pay to be at your wedding. I don't know. This sounds kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. When I gave her the invitation to the wedding that she is supposed to be in, she got defensive because we said that her new boyfriend wasn't invited. Understandably, you do not want that kind of drama at your wedding. That's super fair. Her new man, 39 male, is someone that neither me nor my fiance know that well, and frankly doesn't seem like he needs to be there to us. But my sister was complaining that if she shows up without him, it will make her look bad to all the other guests. Delusional. It says delusional. I didn't say that. I agree, but I didn't say it. I don't think it's gonna make you look bad to show up without a boyfriend. I think it's gonna look bad to show up with your affair partner like nothing is going on. Personally. But who am I? She's just like, we gotta keep up appearances, guys. Like, we gotta keep up appearances. People are gonna be talking. Like, how important do you think you are? Realistically. I know people are talking about the affair for sure, but I don't think they're going to be like, oh, she didn't even bring her affair partner to the wedding. God, what a mess. Like, what? So we decided that he can come to the wedding, but they would need to pay for the per person fee for him. Fair enough. Because you don't want him there, I think it is really nice that you're letting her bring him anyway, because she's probably just gonna try to do damage control there. And again, that's just not something you want at your wedding. This is not exclusive to her situation either. Every person who wants to bring a +1 that wasn't explicitly invited have to pay for their entry. We are trying to have a small wedding and keep costs down, so we limited the number of guests by making sure it was close family and friends. I think that's super fair enough, actually. I really get it. I think it is really nice that you give people the option, like, hey, if you really want to bring someone, you're going to have to pay for them, though, because we can't afford it. But I think it is nice that you're, like, giving people the option to bring someone, even if you didn't initially, like, think about paying it. So I think that is, like, a nice way to do it, because then people can decide for themselves, like, do they think it is worth it to take that person, and then, you know, it's gonna cost them a little bit of money, but it's better than saying like nobody gets a +1. I think this is like a nice middle ground, because then it's really like your own option. Now that some time has passed and the wedding is getting closer, she hasn't said anything about it to me, but she has claimed to our other family members that I am extorting her and that she probably won't come unless he is also invited. Why would they invite him? They do not know this man. You had an affair with him. I'm gonna assume that you were pretty close with her husband because you were living with him also. And then it would just be like really weird to expect for you guys to like pay for that person to be there. And it is quite expensive, you know, with like the food and the drinks and everything, to have like an extra person at your wedding. So I think it is just completely, it's so out of touch to expect that you would invite him. Like, why would you want him at your wedding? Realistically, because like they started their relationship by cheating, they're not gonna last anyway. So like, come on. I mean, she doesn't look at it that way probably, but I am. And I know everything. I'm pretty all-knowing, so. Okay. This caused a lot of my family members to come at me and say that I'm being selfish because I won't pay for his ticket for my wedding that I am paying for, saying things like, she is your only sister and she will be heartbroken if she doesn't go, and how would you feel if you or your fiance weren't invited to hers? Not the same situation, okay? Not the same sitch. That is not the same sitch. Why are they on her side? It's so irrational because like she ruined her own life and like expected you to pick up the pieces. I also think like with the apartment and like the drama that happened there, I would just be so over it. This is really weird that your family is saying that. Like, do they know the whole story? It's so weird. I have been staying strong and stubborn about it because it's my wedding and I refuse to be emotionally blackmailed by my sister for a day that I am entitled to be selfish for. But am I being too hard on her? Am I the a-hole? No. This is your wedding. You get to decide who is there, and I'm really sorry, but when I'm getting married, if I'm getting married, knock on wood. I forgot what I wanted to say because I was looking for wood. When I get married, I only want people there that I love and that I want to be there, and not people that I feel like I have to invite or this or that. Like, I just want to be surrounded by the people I love because that is my day, and maybe a little bit the person I'm going to be with, but mostly my day. And you're still giving her the option to bring him. She just needs to pay for it, or him. Like, you're not saying that he can't come at all. So come on. Why would you have to pay for him? That's so stupid. Commenter said, you know, I might have been on your side until I read you are making those bringing +1 paying an extra fee essentially. That is so weird. Have the wedding you can afford without charging guests anything. Okay, but she said that she chose the people that she wants there, and if people want to bring more people, then you have to pay for those people. I don't think that is so weird. Someone replied to that, those who are asking to bring a +1 that wasn't invited have to pay for that. Seems reasonable. Yeah, seems reasonable. OP replies to these comments saying, the only person that wasn't invited because I didn't really want them there was my sister's new boyfriend that I don't really know, just know of. All the other people who had asked about a +1, which is 3 people, are people who we didn't even know got into a relationship and had a significant other to bring. The charge is because we plan for a specific number of guests and can afford for more, but we don't want the people invited to not have the option at all to bring them. Only 2 of the 3 actually decided to bring them, and the third said he would ask his girlfriend if she was free. None of them felt off-put by the charge, since it is strictly only the per person fee. And the +1 is obviously not expected to give us anything for the wedding since we literally don't know them. Yeah, I think that is fair. I don't know why people are getting so mad about this because, like, I'm sorry. if you don't want those people there, then why would you pay for it? Or not even that you don't want them there. Ugh, whatever, we're getting hung up on this. This is not the problem. Anyway, I don't think you're the a-hole. So next. It lubricates the throat so I can judge better, clearer, more beautifully. Am I the a-hole for lying to my niece? I don't know. The other day, 19 female, was looking after my niece, like 3.5 or something. I don't know, her birthday's in December. And she was at my house. I have cats, she was playing with them. She has always been very gentle, but this time she started to pull at their fur. I told her, don't do that, and she would stop for a bit and then do it again, and I told her to stop, or she can't play with the cats anymore. At this point, they were trying to hide from her, but she kept going under and into things they hid in. I hate seeing kids be rough with pets. It really makes me angry. It makes me want to throw toddlers. Not actually. Like, I would never throw a toddler unless they want me to, and it was in a safe environment. Whatever. I'm not gonna be throwing toddlers, okay? Don't want these allegations. When she didn't stop, I put the cats away, but it wasn't fair for them to be locked in a room in their house because she was hurting them and they were crying at the door. So I let them out and told her if she kept doing it, the cats were going to eat her in her sleep. Not a proud moment. I just wanted to get through to her and went with probably the worst way possible. I think that's really funny. It did work, but understandably, my sister isn't happy. I know it wasn't good what I said, but she said her daughter is all scared their cats are going to eat her because she pulled his fur before. From what my sister has told me, it seems like she's really just been apologizing to the cat and being extra nice to him. Sounds like a win to me. I really don't see the issue here. Sometimes fear is one of the best motivators, you know? Yes, I created a fear that wasn't okay for me to do, but I told my sister I'd tell her I was lying, but she told me no and kept saying I was out of line and it was messed up what I did. Kind of feels like at this point she's just happy being mad at me since she won't let me correct it. Don't know if this was the correct sub for this. I know the lie was messed to say to a kid, but was it as bad as my sister saying I'm the a-hole? No. I think that's really funny. Like, of course, lying to somebody as a child, especially about something they could like be scared of, it's like, for the sister it might be a little annoying if she's like having trouble sleeping now, but it's funny though. And also, if it saves the cats from their fur being pulled, I'm on the cat side. A commenter said, not the a-hole because that is effing funny as hell. Funny, and it also solved the problem. I don't know, that is just really funny. I don't think you're the a-hole. Okay, let's do another short one. It's also about kids because, like, I'm in a mood for that right now. Am I the a-hole for looking at a crying kid in a cafe? Probably not. I was in a cafe in Berlin. Mein liebe Poepschied. It was a Saturday. I was using my laptop to plan my trip. At a table next to me, there were 2 women with 3 kids. The youngest of them, 1 to 3 years old, was screaming constantly. Oh my god, that is so annoying. I really hate that in public spaces. I understand that if like a baby is crying, it is like hard to do something about it as a mom, but oh, that stuff just through marrow and bone, as the Dutch would say. Through marrow and bone. The mother, however, kept talking to the other woman, so she wasn't doing anything about it. I think we need to kind of like circle back to the part about throwing toddlers. No, I'm joking. Is a 1 to 3-year-old a toddler? What is a toddler? Whatever, doesn't matter. I was visibly annoyed and looked at the crying kid and the mother a few times. She then approached me and said, this is a cafe and everyone has a right to be here. If you're annoyed by the kids, you can go and work in a co-working space. So she came up to you because you were looking annoyed, which I think is very valid of you to look annoyed, not her coming up to you. That is intense, very defensive, girl. You need to step back, ma'am. You're being very defensive. To this, I replied, the kid is screaming and it's annoying for everyone. Also, I didn't complain about it or tell you to do anything about it. True. She then became more frustrated and said, you are discriminating against children. Everyone has the right to be here. Okay, Karen, sit down. You know you're being annoying. You're just being provocative because you're frustrated about your little annoying children. And now you're trying to like take it out on someone else that is being annoyed by those annoying children that are annoying you. You should be relating to this, okay? Don't act like this person is weird for being annoyed by a kid screaming and you not controlling your children. So, I have opinions today. Also, discriminating because your kid is crying is crazy. That is a crazy thing to say, woman. You are discriminating against children. Everyone has the right to be here. Then I said, I'm not discriminating against anyone. I have the right to look wherever I want and be annoyed as much as I want. I'm not the one that approached you and bothers you in any way. Mic drop. She kept on rambling and left the cafe. Am I the a-hole? No. You genuinely didn't do anything. You were just like staring at the kid being annoying, which is what I usually do. I just look at them like, okay, not like that. Maybe a little more like, wait, let me get into character. If a kid is crying and the mom is not doing anything about it, it would just be like, I don't know if that looked annoyed. It was annoyed. It's my normal face. I don't know. Commenter said, not the a-hole. She left, so you kind of helped everyone. Amen. Everybody's cheering you on. Also, you didn't do anything like bad. Someone said, not the a-hole. As a parent, I would be mortified. I wouldn't say motherfied, but mortified. Yeah, mortified. Also, like, I really would feel bad if my kid was like screaming and stuff, but then I mean, I don't have kids, but I'm just imagining. I think that if I would have kids and they would be screaming, I would kind of feel embarrassed. And of course, I think a lot of people, if it starts happening, like they wouldn't get too upset about it. But then if you're gonna like not do anything about it and just like keep talking and acting like other people are like a-holes for being annoyed with it, that's crazy. It's like, I would give everybody earplugs. No, probably not. But then, you know, like, try to do something about it, take the kid outside, whatever. You could have literally done anything but go up to her and be like, you're discriminating because I don't have control over my child. So Karen, really wonder what haircut she had. Anyway, I love ya. Bye.